Okay, so how did I make to pass from being homeless to being actually in a beautiful house close to London? This is the story. As I was recording some days ago, I was in London in the first day homeless because I tried to apply for different volunteer jobs. I don't know, like maybe 10 hostels in the whole day, and I walked way much like to find maybe any kind of opportunity, but in the end I couldn't make it. It was like around 11 in the night when I just decided like, okay, dawn starts around like 5 a.m. So it basically means like I just have to survive around like 4 hours, and we are in the middle of the summer. So I say like, okay, I think that it's not going to be that cold in the night, and actually it wasn't. We were like in 16 degrees. I wanted to see what to do after that, because eventually, like every night in London, if you find a very cheap hostel in here, it's 70 euros or 18, but most of them are like around 25, 30, and they are the cheapest one. And you can find a hotel like way more expensive, like I don't know, more than 80 pounds maybe. So what did I do to actually stop being homeless and to get somewhere to crash? Because yes, I was doing like these kind of videos because I want to show you what to do if you ever go to a country that is super expensive. And I have friends in here, of course, but it's very difficult if they cannot host you because of their different reasons, you know. And I was always asking as well to other friends if they have some other people that they might host me, but they also didn't find somewhere. And of course, these kind of things can happen. So what I did, it was like, okay, after this day that I spent the night outside, I went through, I don't know, like other hostels asking for the same situation, because actually I arrived in the very like worst scenario. Like, and on Sunday, like places are closed or managers are just away and they don't work. So basically, when I was asking for volunteering projects, they were telling me like, no, you have to come back tomorrow because today is not the best day. Even I went to the church, and the main priest of the church told me that it was not the best day as well, you know. So in the church they told you that, it's because it's not. But the thing is that what happens when all the things are against you? Once I was in Croatia and I did something similar. I knew that I was capable of walking through the city and just knocking the doors to see if somebody could accept me, and I went to see if here in London was also capable of doing so. I always thought that it was possible, so in the next day after sleeping in the street, and I found that there were some companies that they were giving some opportunities for volunteering, but you have to apply before on internet. So I didn't do it because I didn't know that there were such things. I just thought that maybe there were like some local hostels and I just could crash. And yeah, it was a little bit difficult. And actually, I'm in the middle of the summer, so, which means there are a lot of people that are looking for other volunteering projects. So if you crash just suddenly, like you have like less possibilities to get something. And that's exactly what I did. So we arrived to a hostel that they told us that they were looking for somebody who had some knowledge in hospitality and maybe being in another kind of hostel. So we said like, yeah, we had this kind of experience volunteering in other kind of projects, and I have, for example, in ISEC or Workaway, and this kind of hostel, they just look for people that can stay for a like longer time. So I was just looking for 1 month, so basically it was not much, but in the end they told me that, okay, we need a person who maybe can stay like for a short time. So they told me that, yeah, I could volunteer with them, but I had to wait till the next week. So I had to figure out how to survive from Monday to Sunday, 1 week basically. As I told you, that the accommodation is very expensive in here, so I was still looking for friends that could host me. So I was still looking for accommodation, and then I found an event on couchsurfing. It was like a sort of like a picnic, and then I decided just to crash, not exactly like for looking for accommodation, but I needed to find people, like to make friends and connections, and then just to know if someone could know somebody else that could host me, because it can also be possible that. So I went there, and then just after having like a very good picnic, by the way, the people were amazing, super fun. I asked them openly, like, okay, guys, so this is the thing. I'm in a sort of homeless situation. Don't feel like committed to anything. Just asking if somebody can host me tonight, or know somebody who could host me. So, do you know somebody? And then everyone were saying each other, just like maybe you, maybe me, who knows. And then there was a person who actually said like, okay, yeah, you might stay in my place if you need it, if you actually need it. And it was like, yes, definitely I need it. So this guy is Vikram from India, and he let me to be in his house for 3 nights. It was amazing because we shared a lot of time together. We had dinner, we cooked in the morning, and we went to grab some food outside as well. He invited me to even to restaurants. It was amazing. He's been one of the best people I ever met on couchsurfing. He really saved my life that day. And after that, I had the opportunity to ask to another friend if she could know somebody else, and then she said that she had a friend who was leaving on the weekend to her country, and then she needed a person who could take care of her cat. And after that, it was like, okay, so I gonna see if she can let you be in her house like for these days. And then after all, she said yes. That's the reason why I'm right now here, like sort of house sitting. And I knew that there was like this kind of opportunities on other websites, like to house sitting, taking care of the pets, and all these activities that involve when people are out of their house for some days or weeks. But I didn't even try it because you have to pay a lot of money for that. But basically, this is the kind of experience that you can get for like taking care of the house. And we have a kitchen where I can cook. I have my laptop here where I can work. I basically had everything, and even a room where I can sleep like with no problem. So I'm doing this video because this is exactly what happened during this first week in London, in one of the most expensive cities in the world, and not having like anything. So in this cultural travel, I have to say that it's not very easy sometimes to find accommodation, but there is always somebody who is willing to help you. I have to say that it's important to ask for help, because if you don't ask for help, you won't find it. So the first advice is ask. The second advice is like never give up, because I always was like pretty sure that I was going to find somebody or an opportunity in a hostel, and I was pretty sure that I was going to get it. So it doesn't matter like how long I should walk. It's important to never give up and to be sure that everything is going to be okay. So this is the story of this first week in London. In the next videos, I'm going to show you more about like the life as a volunteer in one of the most expensive cities in the world, that is London. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I really hope that this helps somebody who is trying like to come here and wants to give it a shot. If you have any other kind of question, just feel free to let a comment here, and see you in the next video. Bye.